If you're a cat parent, chances are you want to have a close relationship with your feline friend. Part of achieving this goal is avoiding things that cats hate. Just to be clear, at the end of the day, every cat is different. So what one cat hates, another might not mind or even like. However, in general, most cats dislike the same things. So without further ado, here are 14 things that cats generally hate. Number 1. Being ignored. If you're new to the cat world, this one may have caught you by surprise. Contrary to popular belief, most cats hate being ignored by their humans. The reality is that cats desire and need attention, they're just more subtle about it than dogs. While a dog might wag their tail and run around excitedly, a cat might give head bunts or hangs out close by. Cats desire attention on their own terms, and oftentimes don't ask for as much attention as dogs. However, rubs, snuggles, and playtime are things that cats usually want on a daily basis. Some cats develop such a strong bond with their owners that being left alone causes them distress. That's why cats shouldn't be left alone for more than 8 to 10 hours at a time. Number 2. Being held like Simba. I think it's safe to say that if you're watching this, you've probably seen The Lion King before. Who can forget the iconic scene when baby Simba is lifted up in the air during the Circle of Life song? As a tribute to the film, some cat parents mimic this scene with their feline friend. While this pose might be amusing to you and the internet, your cat hates being Lion Kinged. No, they have nothing against the movie. Instead, this is a scenario where your cat feels out of control. Cats need to be in control of themselves to be fully comfortable. This goes beyond the Lion King pose, because cats, in general, hate being forced to do anything against their will. Number 3. Costumes. While you might think costumes are cute and fun, it's best if they're saved for human kids instead of cats. Costumes cause our feline friends stress and discomfort, so it's understandable that cats hate them. When a cat is confined to a costume, it makes them feel out of control and unsafe. Another related thing cats hate is posing for photos, which makes the whole costume thing even worse in their minds. A holiday like Halloween is already confusing enough to cats. Between the scary sights and noises, a costume will only stress your cat out even more than they already are. Instead of a costume, opt for a festive collar or pet bandana. Number 4. Strangers. Cats usually take stranger danger literally. Again, at the end of the day, every cat is different. So while there are certain cats out there that don't mind strangers, most are on the side of caution. Most commonly, a cat will either keep their distance or hide when unfamiliar people come over. Cats hate strangers as a safety precaution. Remember that cats are territorial creatures, and your home is their territory. So when a stranger enters that territory, they need to keep their distance until they determine if the stranger is a threat or not. That's why the golden rule is to let the cat come to them, not the other way around. Some cats warm up to new people faster than others, so if you're a stranger, just be patient. Number 5. Dirty litter boxes. Cleaning a litter box is no fun. That's why newbie cat owners might be tempted to skip scooping. But this is only asking for a disaster. A cat's natural instinct is to go outside, which is why they always want a clean and dry spot to relieve themselves. Since cats are also very clean animals, they hate filthy bathrooms. To be blunt, if a litter box isn't clean, a cat will hate it and go elsewhere. After all, if you find a gross bathroom, wouldn't you look for another place to go to? In order to prevent undesirable bathroom habits, it's incredibly important to keep the litter box clean. Without exception, you should be scooping the box at least once a day. Number 6. Closed doors. When you close a door, chances are you'll eventually hear scratching and meowing from your furry friend. Since cats are independent animals, it may seem counterintuitive that a closed door bothers them so much. But when you stop to think about their nature, it starts to make sense. As mentioned earlier, cats are territorial creatures, and your home is their territory. Understandably, our feline friends' curiosity makes them wonder what's going on in their turf. According to East Shore's Veterinary Services, cats also see a closed door as a sign that undermines their absolute reign of the territory. Another reason that cats hate closed doors is that they enjoy being around their family, and obviously a closed door prevents that interaction. Number 7. Baths. In general, bathing a cat is totally unnecessary because cats are self-cleaning animals. Thank goodness for that, because as you probably know, cats absolutely hate baths. However, it's not necessarily the water itself that cats hate. When you look at the evolutionary history of cats, you'll find that their ancestors lived in dry places. This means that cats didn't have to deal with water obstacles such as oceans or rivers. Another reason cats hate baths is that having drenched fur makes them feel weighed down. This uncomfortable feeling makes our feline friends unable to move like usual. Also, as you've learned by now, cats hate being out of control, which they are during a bath. Number 8. Strong smells. A cat's sense of smell is about 14 times better than a human's. Impressive, right? However, every talent usually comes with a drawback. Since their smell is so sensitive, cats hate strong smells. While there are several smells that cats can't stand, a few notable ones are gasoline, menthol, vinegar, and citrus. Cats also hate the smell of rosemary, thyme, banana, mustard, lavender, eucalyptus, and so on. While these scents might smell nice to you, they can be very overwhelming for your cat. This is also why, believe it or not, cats generally prefer unscented litter. Number 9. Loud noises. It's no secret that cats get stressed when they hear yelling, thunderstorms, loud music, or any sort of chaos. But a cat's hatred for loud noises goes beyond what sounds loud to us humans. Cats have excellent hearing, which means that high-frequency sounds, such as a whistling tea kettle, can make them anxious. It may also surprise you that cats can get overwhelmed by sounds that humans don't even notice. It turns out that our feline friends can hear ambient sounds such as computer monitors, fluorescent light bulbs, and light switch dimmers. While we can't control ambient sounds, it's important to keep your cat's noise sensitivity in mind so that you can avoid unnecessarily loud noises. Number 10. Cold. While cats are fairly well adapted for cold weather, that doesn't mean they love low temperatures. That's why your feline friend can often be found in a warm and cozy spot. Cats can thank their ancestors for their hatred of cold weather. They likely descended from the African wildcat, which is a small wildcat species native to regions of Africa and Asia. Their wildcat ancestors were in warmer climates, meaning that domesticated cats today are genetically wired to prefer warmer weather. Number 11. Belly rubs. Everyone knows that dogs tend to love belly rubs. But cats are usually the opposite, and for good reason. A cat's stomach is one of the most vulnerable spots on its body because many vital organs are underneath. Cats are smart cookies, so they know that an injury in or near the stomach could be life-threatening. That's why the typical feline avoids exposing this vulnerable area. If your cat does show you their belly, it means they trust you, so you should be proud of that. However, just because they show their belly doesn't mean they want a belly rub. While some cats allow belly rubs, most want you to just look instead of touch. When in doubt, if your cat allows belly rubs, always err on the side of caution to avoid upsetting your cat. Number 12. Stale food. Cats can be very finicky, but it's not because they want to give you a hard time. Some cats simply hate the taste of leftovers. But other cats walk away from food because it's stale. After a can of wet food is opened, it only has a shelf life of 24 hours, and that's if it's stored in a refrigerator. Wet food should not be left out for more than a few hours to prevent bacterial buildup. If the food is left out longer than that, it can cause gastrointestinal upset. On the other hand, dry food can be left out for the day. But any longer than that leads to staleness. Either way, keep your cat's food fresh. Number 13. Being treated like dogs. A common rookie mistake is treating a cat like a dog. Not only do cats hate this, but it's also detrimental to their well-being. At the end of the day, cats and dogs are completely different animals, which means they have different wants, needs, and behaviors. For example, if you force your cat into a harness for a walk, you're asking for trouble. Don't get me wrong, walking a cat can be wonderful for them. However, they don't adapt as fast to a harness as a dog. Instead, the cat would need gradual training to work up to a harnessed walk. This is just one of many examples. Number 14. Car rides. Just to be clear, cats don't hate cars specifically. Instead, they hate the ride, and for one main reason: lack of control. By now, you have probably gathered the theme here. First, your cat feels completely out of control when they're forced into a carrier. The situation is made as worse for them when they're forced inside a moving vehicle where they have no way to escape. When you add in the strong smell of gasoline and loud music, it makes sense that a car ride is a recipe for stress. To top off the hatred, most of the time a car ride equals a trip to the vet, which is a whole other can of worms. This is not to say that a cat can't be brought up to tolerate or even like the car. But usually, without early introduction or consistency, cats hate car rides.